Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, people. How are you doing? So, in less than a week, I'll be facilitating a critical thinking masterclass, and people have been asking me what is this critical thinking, and I thought I should just give you a quick synopsis of what it is. So, if I was to come and ask you, why do you show up every day at work? Recently, I was having a I was engaging a team, and I was asking most of them, why do you show up at work? And it turned out that most of them say, we show up. Number one reason we show up is because of the money. And that is good, man. Everyone should be compensated for their skills. But I left with a pain deep down inside me because most of these people could not see another reason for showing up beyond just getting a paycheck. And you're thinking, oh man, how did we get here? Because isn't that what animals do? They wake up and all they have to do is to look for food, and they eat and sleep, and the next day they do the same thing. Now, just imagine, in the same context, the only difference between that person and this animal is that this person is given a paycheck, the animal is given food, but the person takes this paycheck and gets food anyway. So they are not different from the animal. Now, for this person, they are not there because they are exercising a thought that is prejudicial. Okay, that's the best they've been taught. They've been taught to show up for a paycheck, but the fault in that is that such people are not exercising critical thoughts. Critical thoughts help you to draw insights when you look at things that everyone looks at. In most cases, like, you look at a job and most people see only a paycheck. Other people see the potential, the impact that will ultimately lead to them being paid. And if you do not exercise critical thought, you get into what we call, you can easily drift what we call in corporate slavery, because minus that paycheck, you do not, if we take away the paycheck, you're not going to make the necessary investment for you to have as much impact as you ought to have. I'm doing this today, and I'm earning very good money from it as a coach. But 13 years ago, when I started it, no one was willing to pay. But because I'd been trained in critical thought, I was willing to have a long-term view and see the investment that I was making and how far it would pan out, and eventually not only continue to create impact, but also also get paid from it and take care of my family and support my church and do lots of other things. And so the first application of exercising a critical thought is to thrive in those things that you've been called to do by God. The second real life application is the way you make decisions. So, how do you make your decisions? Do you wait on a system to tell you when to go to school, when to graduate, when to start working, when to show up at work, when to leave, when to eat, when to go to the lose? How do you make decisions in life? Can you sit on a table and someone makes a decision and you tell them, I respectively disagree because have you considered option A, option B, and option C? Or you simply say, I've been in some of these meetings where person says, I concur with the rest. And sometimes the concurring is not because they agree, but because two things are going on. Number one, they're thinking to themselves, what if I say exactly what I'm thinking and it's dismissed? So the lack in confidence is there. The other thing could be that they've never been told to make decisions because everyone else has asked them to do something in life, and they've never made decisions by themselves. So now they are in an area where they have to make decisions and they don't know how to go about it. Critical thinking teaches you how to make decisions not based on impulse, but based on truth, based on facts, and based on the right judgment that is culminated through you generating insights by looking at information that is around you and not around you. Or, when you're under pressure, how do you make decisions? When you don't have all the information, how do you make decisions? How do you choose schools for your children? How do you determine when to move from one job to another? How do you determine who to take on as a business partner? How do you determine the next strategy for your company? These are all decisions that you should be making. And sometimes, if you've not been taught how to make these decisions, as you're elevated, you're in charge. You're in charge of 2, 3 people that might be your family. You make a wrong decision, your family is going to suffer. You're in charge of 120,000 millions of people, and you make wrong decisions, you're going to suffer. And exercising a critical thought is one of those skills that are incredibly valuable in this day and age where an average person makes billions of decisions in a year. They better be the right decisions. But again, you can only determine that when you learn to exercise this critical thought. And so I hope you join me on the 1st of March. I'm so excited about this because these are things I've known for 15 something years. These are things I've exercised. These are things that I've taught to my clients, and they are thriving. And I want to share some of the things that I've not shared publicly with you, and I'm sure it's going to be time worthwhile. Okay, so the date is 1st March 2025 this year at Fairway Hotel. Only 150,000, which is an equivalent of $40, 3.5 hours of critical thinking. That's amazing. If someone had given me this offer over 13 years ago, I would have taken it, and I'm making it available to you. I hope to see you there. Come. Let's have these discussions in depth, and I show you how to apply these things. I show you how to thrive and not just survive in life. See you then. Adios, muchachos.